Today, I started reading about other materials in your area, including a smooth, black radioactive sand and other materials. I don't know if the Hochul site I was also reading about this morning is in or just nearby Lewiston, but the more I am learning, the more I am becoming alarmed for my neighbors. Can you give us any information about what is going on over there? We are seeing like 25 trucks a day arriving here with contaminated soil and liquids, which apparently includes radioactive PCBs and PFAS. Any information you could provide would be welcome. Governor Hochul, Governor Whitmer, nor any of the other actors in this process are responding to simple queries. They did not have any public meetings at all on this side of the Niagara River. I have nothing in hand telling me what is in the shipments, nor how many there will be, nor when they started. I was under the impression this would begin in January, giving us time to impress upon all parties our intention of actually processing any toxic materials coming here rather than burying them or injecting them into the Great Lakes Basin. I am writing due to the unnatural silence of responsible parties on a serious issue in the state of Michigan. In Wayne County, we have been subjected to cruel actions as a result of deals and agreements made without public input and against public interests as well as public health. Outdated processes are being used to import nuclear waste from Lewiston, New York, to Van Buren Charter Township, Michigan. Opportunities are being missed, families are being exposed to danger, real estate prices are slumping in the general area, including Belleville, Michigan, and Arbor, Michigan, the Canton Charter Township, and in other areas. This is due to the bad press and dangerous situation that has arisen by the importation of these materials. If you examine maps of where they have been moving and burying this toxic waste, you will see they are moving it from relatively unpopulated areas in the west to heavily populated areas in the east. It is quite insane. This particular batch of nuclear waste has already been involved in polluting the Columbia River, the Niagara River, and now is being buried 200 feet from Ford Lake. How many deformed babies must be aborted before something is done? How many more cancers and illnesses must the citizens of Michigan suffer before any voices are raised? This agreement, you may agree, has led to a situation that clearly serves a select few while subjecting the citizens to deception, disease, poverty, and hunger. If you don't believe the last sentence I wrote, I urge you to check the statistics and numbers that are freely available. Go to the neighborhoods and talk to the people. As for the opportunities presented by the waste, it has been nearly a century, and, except for the company driven out of business when the materials arrived in Lewiston, New York, there has been no real attempt to clean the materials. We are not being given the earned opportunity to jumpstart this necessary industry. They skipped us and are burying it. We need jobs, not radiation. What has become of nanotechnology? What has become of fixated the materials and burying them in remote areas? What is the purpose behind burying it in the same sort of area 3 different times, each time seeing the volume of it grow through ionization, without ever dealing with it? You are aware, I should hope, that a loan has been provided to the state of Michigan to restart a faulty nuclear plant in Palisades, Michigan, while the state clear demonstrates it has no reasonable ability to deal with the waste it already has. Now it is being imported for profit by a company in which Michigan's retirement systems have a considerable financial stake. This is beyond any sort of regulation. The people who ultimately suffer are those whose families will experience birth defects, cancers, respiratory illness, and other diseases. Science has no value if it is not used reasonably and is not twisted in order to produce information that supports dangerous and deadly activities simply to fill a bank account.